We are back, baby! Day 5 of collecting cash. Alright, that was lame, but we're gonna live with it. So, not too many big sales today, but a few. So, because every day is just a little bit. Some days are gonna be baby steps, some days are gonna be bigger steps. This weekend we have a show, so that should hopefully add to the pile a lot quicker. But today, let's see, what do we got going on today? We went to the casino last night, so I was hoping to add to the pile big time, but that didn't happen because I'm a degenerate. But either way, it didn't take from the pile because I'm not going to gamble with our goal, with our funds that are in our goal. I won't gamble with it. I will have to reinvest it at some point to get to our $100,000, but I didn't need to. I'm not going to gamble with it. All right, I'm exhausted. I probably only had a couple hours of sleep in the past couple of days, so that's going on. We got a lot going on with the security company and a lot going on with other projects that we're working on, so I'm tired. What else? I'm going to try to go to Staples to get the Retro Freaks posters printed so I can get them hung up in the corner over there. Waiting on the curtains still. I need to find an area rug still. So little by little, working on the studio here at Back Alley while I'm working on the Collecting Cash series with you guys. We have a lot of Christmas shopping to do for our security guards and our clients, so I got to fit that in today. So it's going to be a random day, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Got to get done. So let's dive into what we did for Collecting Cash. I need to find my loose figure bin so I can show you that. Because I think I only had one thing self-invested. See, got going here, see if you guys can see. I'm selling stuff like this. This is a really nice Batman, RVD. We got Storm. These are complete Marvel Legends. Loose complete WWE. Let's see. I'm looking for Ghostbusters. There's one rant. There it is. All right, boom. Boom, there we go. So first piece for today's episode of Collecting Cash is this Ghostbusters. This sold for $8, so we add $8 to the pot. And then I wanted to make sure that I had a sale. So what I did was I took one vintage Kenner Aliens. Then I took two vintage Kenner Alien. Boom. And finally, I took three vintage Kenner Alien. And instead of putting these in a claim sale, like this one sold in a claim sale that I had running, so that gets added to the pile. But these three, I didn't know if that was going to sell. So these three, when we were going over to the casino and I was going to try to win big, I put these up on Facebook and I did an auction with just these three. And I started it at $1 because you know it's something's going to sell. Now, it's a risk. Sometimes it goes to market. Sometimes it's significantly under. And sometimes it even goes a little bit over depending on the whatever the item is, like how available it is. So all three of these are going to a new home. And the person that won this won it for $28. So $36 added to the pot for today. That is getting us a little bit closer. Like I said, today was a baby step, but there's going to be a lot of days like that, especially with the way that I operate so many different things. So we have some big news coming with movie stuff too that we're working on. Hopefully we're working out a deal to where we can work with another team to continue to make horror movies. We'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get closer, if anything comes from that. But a lot of times with the movie making, like, you spend so much time chasing leads that may not amount to anything, but you can't afford to not go for those leads. So a lot of these projects I'm one of the main producers on, and I'm kind of one of the driving forces to be like, all right, guys, we got to do this, we got to do that. And then the pressure also lies on me and some of the other producers that, like, once we have a finished product, what do we do? You know, so we're dealing with a little bit of that right now with Retro Freaks 1 and 2, getting them on different streaming platforms. But hopefully we have more to announce with that. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling, and I'm kind of just thinking of all the things that are going on with that. But first things first, when you have goals, you just need to start picking them apart and concentrate on them in different sections, because it can become super overwhelming when you're like selling toys, running a security company, and then doing the feature films as well as running social media platforms. It gets to be a lot. But every day I try to segment them, and it makes it kind of for a fun day of work because you're pulling from all these different avenues. But anything you see in this series is going to be for collecting cash, along with updates from other parts of my life, and that's kind of the goal here. So, $36 for collecting cash, day number 5. We'll see you at day 6. I'm going to get a sale of some sort going. I don't know if I'm going to try to sell one big item or if I'm going to throw a handful of items up real quick and see if we could sell them, just so we definitely have a sale for tomorrow. And then I'm going to preload a bunch of stuff on eBay with really low starting bids. So then we're going to have like a week's worth of stuff. Like I'll do at least one a day. So then no matter what, a week from now when those auctions are ending, every day for a week we'll have a sale. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll be the thing, but we'll see. Anyway, welcome back to day 5. This one has been a rambling mess. We'll see you in the next one.